Yeah.
Có lần á.
What? What, you want to go in there? Whee! You gonna go to sleep? Dadu? Yeah. Look at that. It's perfectly. Hi guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum, and welcome back to my vlog about living life day in, day out, doing the exact same things every day. Would you really be watching this? No. But it's Wednesday, the 12th of August. Still suffering the heat wave in this country of England. Hopefully I'll be able to take my walk later with my son. And hopefully it won't be too hot. Apparently we've got storms today, but I don't think they're coming until this evening, so I can still get my 10,000 steps in and hopefully not get attacked by horseflies like I do every day. First I need to clean the hob, because this is the highlight of my week. For anyone that's curious, this is the stuff that I use to clean the hob. It's absolutely amazing stuff. Makes it really easy, really simple, and of course it's vegan, obviously. So this is basically what it looks like. So you just take a wet cloth, grab a load like that, and then scrub. And because I do this every week, this hob doesn't tend to get too bad. It's more because when I make pasta sauce and stuff, the tomato just spits everywhere. So that's more what I have to clean up than anything. Yeah, there was a time my hob used to get absolutely filthy, really dusty. But now I do it pretty much every week if I've got time. I said it's one of those jobs that I don't mind leaving it for the week if I don't have the time to do it, because it, like I said, it doesn't get that dirty with some of the stuff I cook. Or the odd spit of juice from something I'm cooking. It doesn't take 5 minutes though. But sometimes I don't have 5 minutes to spare. And I just use a dry cloth, because we live in a hard water area, so smears are left if you don't wipe them. Another thing I forgot to mention that I did this morning, and you've probably seen already, started the day by moving Bob's toy car upstairs, because he doesn't really play with it anymore like he used to sit in there and drive the steering wheel and toot the horn and press all the buttons, but he doesn't really do that anymore. All he's using it for is a platform now to climb and try and grab stuff on our cabinet, which he's been succeeding in doing because he's scribbled all over my my book that I'm reading at the moment, because I left my pad and pen on there, rookie mistake, next to my book. So yeah, so he was able to scribble all in my book. So thought enough's enough, sort out all his toys upstairs and put his toy car up there. So One, it makes downstairs look a bit tidier. Like I said, considering he doesn't play with it anymore, and also, yeah, it means he's got more toys upstairs, because obviously he's going to get to that age as well where he's going to want to spend more time playing with things in his room. I want him to be able to play more things in his room, because he sleeps in there now, so it's his room, and he needs to feel more at home in it, that he can just play and like, relax in there. The only reason I don't spend time with him in there is because there's nowhere to really sit. I don't like sitting on the sofa, because once I sit on it I have to tidy it up, because it's just ridiculous. But there you go, that's one thing I managed to do today. What I'm going to try and do now, while he's asleep, because hopefully he should be asleep for at least another half an hour, when we were putting stuff up in the loft at the weekend, we got down a box I have of all old family photos, like really, really old family photos, some going back over 100 years. So, I wanted to put some new photos in there. Basically, if you haven't watched, my parents have moved out of the old family home, like my childhood home, and they've been getting rid of stuff, like, because they don't want to, because they're basically moving country, they're moving to Crete, and they don't want to take everything with them, they want to leave it here, so they've sort of split between me and my sister. And I've got a load of old family photos from like holidays we did when we were young and stuff. So I've acquired all these new photos, but they won't fit in the photo box that I have. So I need to try and sort through photos and actually see if there's any that we can throw away. I mean, a lot of them we have that are like from family members that we don't even speak to anymore. So it's kind of like, do we keep them, do we throw them away, or is it just that I just need to organise the box better? So I think what I'm going to try and do is just, yeah, organise it better, see if I put things in a specific way that they can actually fit in. If not, yeah, then I'm going to have to unfortunately start ditching photos, I think. But we'll see how I get on. My big photo album, I'm pretty sure it went in this box.
Was it?
My big photo album, I'm pretty sure it went in this box, but it's
Too big.
yeah. Although hang on, if it's on the top it will, but I just
because the lip.
yeah, I think it widens out.
Ah, yes.
But it's can you pass me the lid, please? Yay! Done. Oh my god!
Heavy though.
Yeah. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Thank God. It is fit to bursting, that photo box, but I can't be bothered to have to deal with it now. I've always had this thing that one day I'm going to sit down and just go through every single photo I have and organise them and put them into specific photo albums. I started doing it when I was younger, when I had all the time in the world. Basically when I was a teenager, I was just obsessed with all our old family photos, so I just started putting them all together. But then yeah, it just got a bit out of hand, but now I've acquired like hundreds of other new photos, and it's just, what do I do with them all? So, and the thing is, I think if I was to put them all in their own separate photo albums, they probably wouldn't even fit in that box anymore. So I'd have to get another box, and it'll probably make it a lot heavier as well, being in like thick, big books. But yeah, there's some I need to update as well in terms of the photo albums that they're in. I've got a really old photo album from my dad's side, like my nan. I think it's all old photos of like my granddad's family, so like my granddad when he was a baby, and his parents, and then their parents and stuff, so they go quite a way back. And I think they belonged in that album, but now they've just, the stickiness has gone, so as soon as you open a page they all slide down. So I need to get a proper decent one, maybe not an adhesive one, just one that you can just slot them in. So I'm all for preserving our history in that sense. I don't know if you saw on the video, I've got like a little box, really old brown box, and that's actually got my granddad's old camera in there from like the 1930s, it's so old. Yeah, I've got an old cigarette box that my granddad used during the war and stuff, and also some like hand sewn postcards from France during the First World War that my great granddad sent to my great nan when she was a child, and he was fighting in the First World War. It's like, and they're not even like stained or anything, they're in really, really good condition, like you wouldn't believe they were like well over 100 years old now. And it's just amazing stuff like that I just want to keep and pass on to Buzz when he's older, and hope that he appreciates them as much as I do. And that's why I hate having to put them in the loft, but it's the best place for them. We don't really have any storage other than the loft to put them in, and I think that box is basically the best place for them in terms of it just keeps them all together, keeps them safe, stops them getting damaged or anything and worn or whatever. So but yeah, one day hopefully I can go through them and just sort them out properly, rather than just shoving them in a box and up in the loft where no one can look at them. But yeah, hopefully one day that will come when I actually have time. So it's 9:10. Apologies for being really shit with recording today, well not recording, but vlogging today, but it's just been so hot. I know that's like pretty much what all my videos have been about lately, it's just been really hot. But yeah, it was ridiculous today. So after lunch I took Bubs out on our usual walk that we do, the 10,000 step walk. Literally I came back and my top that I'm wearing now was just wet patches everywhere. Like it was so sweaty. My glasses were like that, just kept having to push them up my nose because I was just sweating. I had a hat on, so that was absolutely just drenched in sweat. It was very unattractive, very, very unattractive. You can probably hear Bubs crying in the background because my husband is trying to put him down. So yeah, so that weren't fun. It was really, really hot. It's more the humidity at the moment more than anything, because when I left the house it was really hot because the sun was out, but then when we actually got to the park it was clouded over, so thankfully the heat had gone off, but it was just humidity. It was just so moist. I think like my husband was saying it's been like 80% humidity or something today, and tomorrow it's going to be like 98% humidity. And we're just not getting, like everywhere else in the UK are getting storms at the moment, like to sort of fend off this humidity, and we've got sod all. Nothing is coming this way, nothing is like forecast for any storms or anything to try and combat this humidity. It's ridiculous. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do my run in the morning, I really don't. But anyway, yeah, and my husband finished work really late. Well, I say really late, about 6:30 I think it was he finished. So wasn't really anything I could really think to cook other than just burgers and chips sort of thing, vegan burgers. Yeah, there was like, I didn't want to do like a spag bowl or anything that involved ingredients putting together in a pot and cooking, so I thought that's just going to take forever. So yeah, we just had burgers and chips today. And then we went on our little evening walk that we do. Bob's was quite hyper, which is the norm at the moment. I think because he's been having longer naps during the day because of the heat, that by the evening he's just got all his energy back, so he's just like buzzing to get rid of it, hence why it's taken us longer to get him to sleep of an evening, which is fun. But it tends to be at the moment while he's asleep, which is good, because I think what we were doing is we were putting him to bed in like barely anything to wear, because we thought it was really warm, so he's going to be like just waking up because it's really hot. Didn't put his blanket on the bed or anything, and had the fan on in his room and the windows open and stuff. And I think the temperature was like really dropping really low, so he was waking up really cold. But now what we're doing is doing the whole thing of like he's wearing his full PJs, putting the blanket on him, still windows open and still with the fan on, but then obviously he can kick his blanket off if he gets too hot. But then if he wakes up and he feels too hot, we can just take his t-shirt off and stuff. So and he seems to have been sleeping better. Like he used to be waking up like 4 or 5 times during the night. I think last night he woke up twice. So, and he went like straight off, like he had a drink and then he went straight off. It weren't like he was really struggled to get back off to sleep. So hopefully that bodes well for tonight or for the rest of the week, to be honest. Just think he's so tired. The only problem is though, because where he's sleeping through a bit better, it means he's waking up earlier. So where he's been waking up like 4 or 5 times, he was waking up at 7:30. Now he's only waking up once or twice. He's waking up at 6:30. So it's good for my run, but yeah, it's just not fun having to get up at 6:30. I hate it. But yeah, anyway, I better get on with editing the last 2 of my Last of Us Part 2 videos, so then I can concentrate on getting all these vlogs out to you guys, and also trying to do my Last of Us review, because that's just going to be the bane of my life, I think, until that's out. So yeah, but I think I need to concentrate more on the vlogs at the moment, because I've literally only done 1 so far. But yeah, have a good evening guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Good morning. I'm hoping you can see me. It's really dark in our room at the moment. Hang on. No, that made no difference. It's because I've done at a weird angle. I've got the window to like my right and then a blank wall to my left, so I've got like half my face in shadow, and I've not got time to go and get a light to sort it out. And anyway, so it's Thursday. Should have gone for my run this morning, but we had a really shitty night's sleep because of the mugginess and just general bleh. So Bubs didn't wake up till 7:30, so by the time we woke up it was like not really got time to go out and go for my run. I mean, everyone's probably like, well, it's only 7:30, you can make your way out, but my husband is so busy with work at the moment, like literally it's insane. So I've not got time to go out, come back, have my shower, and then for my husband to be able to get back, like get into work. So I was like, maybe I'll go tomorrow morning, I'll see how I feel in the morning. But yeah, so I literally had to get straight up this morning, have my shower, we've had breakfast, and I'm quickly doing this vlog while my husband watches Bubs for a sec before then he has to come back up and do a load of work, 'cause it's just absolutely relentless at the moment. But good thing is my mum is coming round today to help me with the front garden, as long as the weather holds out, because it's quite like, I don't even think it's really cloudy, it's kind of, you know, like that sort of wispy sort of cloud. It's not a blue sky, but it's not a cloudy sky. It's really, really weird. But yeah, like everywhere else in the country has been having like all these storms. We're the only place that's not been having any. It's like it just goes round us. We are in kind of like this whole sort of like, what would you call it? Like meteoric bubble, I guess you would call it, in terms of like when everyone else gets like this random weather, it will just go round us. Whenever you look at like weather maps and you see like the rain going across, you just see it like come in and it's about to hit us, and then it goes round. That's what always happens, always happens. It's so annoying, because we just really want a storm right now, really need a storm, and we're just not getting it. It's so muggy, it's ridiculous. I think, yeah, today is meant to be like 98% humidity or something like insane. But yeah, so yeah, my mum's coming around to help me with the front garden, hopefully if the weather holds out. Because as I'll try and get a video of it later, it's an absolute mess, so it really does need sorting out. And like she says, she knows that we don't really have the time to do it, so she's so she's coming around to help me with that. I might get her to help me as well with all the stuff that's on the landing. But then what I really need to do, because a lot of it is for the charity shop, so, and for the loft as well, which my mum can't help me with. So it might just be a matter of just sorting things out, but we'll see. I'm sure I can find her something else to do. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Oh my god, I've got mad hair. Well, the humidity's been horrible today. Like, really horrible. Hence why, well, that and sheer tiredness, why I haven't done more vlogging today. So, what did I do? When I picked up my mum, had lunch around my aunt's, because they were running a bit later than they were planning. Then brought my mum back here, where we were able to put Bubs down for a nap, and then we were able to get on with the garden, front garden. I was hoping to do a before and after picture, but I completely forgot to do the before picture, so there won't be any. But I might do it because we've got like a little speck of dirt where we plant some stuff, so I might do like a before and after of that, because it's still, I mean, a lot of the we've got a lot of the weeds out, but there's still a lot that needs to be done, like in terms of weeding and also putting some new plants in. I think we might try and visit a garden centre this weekend so we can buy some plants to put in there, because it just gets so overgrown with weeds. I think we just need to fill it with as many flowers as possible just to stop the weeds from growing as much. Oh my god, yeah, as we were doing the drive, because I left the door open just so I could hear Bubs when he woke up, because normally he moans when he wakes up and I'm not there. But like the little silent ninja that he can be, I'd moved the car and got out the car, walked around the back of the car, and as I came out the other side, Bubs was standing there looking for me. He was like, "Oh, there you are, mummy," like in the middle of the driveway, like bare feet and stuff. And it's like, oh my god. So one of those massive what if moments that you don't really want to think about, because like basically we live right on a main road, hence why we can't do any gardening when he's around, because obviously one of us would have to be constantly watching him the entire time. So basically that's when we knew we'd finished gardening for the day, was when he basically was standing in the middle of the driveway. So so yeah, that scared the crap out of me, but he was fine. Was just kind of like, "Oh, there you are, mummy." So yeah, that was that. For dinner we ended up having pizza, got some Papa John's pizza, because my husband's been really stressed with work lately, and he finished really late, so we didn't really couldn't bother to cook, and like I said, because he was so stressed, I was like, let's just have some comfort food tonight and just veg out sort of thing. So yeah, we had pizza. Then we went for our walk that we do every evening. Bubs weren't as hyper as he has been the last few days, because he hasn't had any sort of like ice lollies or chocolate or anything like we've been giving him the last few days. So he was quite docile, although at the moment, I don't know if you can actually hear him, he's crying, so I have a feeling the pizza might have got to him a bit. I mean, he didn't really have any pizza, he ended like a bit of our crust, but yeah, sometimes, you know, when like I think carbs are a bit too much, I think sometimes he suffers with that, bless him. But yeah, in terms of the storms we were supposed to have, we had a few rumbles of thunder and like 10 minutes of heavy downpour. That was it. I think everyone else has had it like a lot more torrential and bad than we have. So when we went for our walk, it was a lot cooler than it has been, but in this house it's still really muggy. So we're hoping, because the temperature is going to drop a bit tonight outside, so we're hoping that sort of reflects inside as well, because we've got all the windows wide open. So so yeah, hopefully that helps. It helps us all sleep, because I'm absolutely exhausted from like 4 hours sleep last night. And I think that's it really. Can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, apart from the, yeah, in terms of weather, because you know I'm British, we only talk about the weather. I think today is the last day that we're supposed to have 30-degree weather. I think like tomorrow it's going to be like 27 max sort of thing, or 25, which is great. So on Sunday it means I hopefully will have a much cooler run. So yeah, I'm just really tired, so I'm gonna say goodnight and see you in the morning, hopefully after having a lot more sleep. So yeah, night. Good morning. So it's Friday, I think it's just gone 8 o'clock. And the heat wave's over. Yeah! Finally. So it's 25 degrees, I think, a low of 18. Cloudy. And chances of rain. And I'm trying to get all my bloody washing done. So I'm just gonna try my luck, because I think it's at 20% chance. So I'm gonna try my luck at getting my washing out and getting my washing dry. And I might also tempt fate by going for a walk later, because it'll actually be nice that I'm not going to be like caked in sweat just as I leave the front door. So not much else planned today, because I've done all my chores for the week. I've been quite productive this week. So well, the only thing I really have to do is mop in the kitchen floor and probably the living room floor, because I think Bub's spilt some juice on the floor, and it's there's a big sticky patch under our table. So so I think that's it really for the day. Oh, and I saw the news this morning that from Saturday that they're further easing lockdown stuff. So I think like bigger numbers at weddings, inside venues can open, like live entertainment and stuff, and also soft plays, which is interesting. It's been one of those things where I think a lot of people have been like itching for them to get open, because obviously where you're supposed to take your children during the summer holidays when everything else is shut. But yeah, it's still one of those things. I think a lot of people are still going to be slightly apprehensive, because obviously how can you stop children spreading germs? So but one good thing it might mean is that Bub's sensory classes might start up again soon, because we've been missing them terribly. So just being able to see other kids, and it worries me that it's affected his development a bit much in terms of like his social side, because he's just become so shy now with other people. Even with other kids, he doesn't really know how to play with them. Like I'm out with a few mums the other week, and like we went to a park, and yeah, he just weren't interested in like socialising or even really interacting much with the other kids. Just wanted to go off by himself. So I don't know if that's just like a stage thing where he's up to in life, like a toddler thing, or if that is just where he just doesn't know how to act with other kids. I don't know. So yeah, I would like to take him to social to soft plays, just so he can have more interaction with kids. But again, because it's like an indoor thing, and you don't know like how many kids are going to be there, I'm just a little apprehensive about it. But yeah, I don't mind the class, because at least in the classes it's a controlled environment, and I know they're really clean anyway, because they have to be. So so yeah, we'll just have to see. That was my thought for the day anyway.
Alexander, get your bowl. Assertive. Excuse me. Thank you. And get your spoon. Where's your spoon?
They're your spoon, Bob.
That's not your spoon, Alexander. It's a spoon. It's not your spoon.
Oh dear.
Oh, Mama.
Take that one.
Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, Nana.
You don't want that one. You want that one. Well, I'll take that one. Which one do you want?
You clear.
Put it in there. Good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
What? Yeah. Should we go eat breakfast? Need your bib? Bib, 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 bib. Alexander? Bib.
Oh, the bird.
Off we go. Alexander, get your chair. Get your seat. Bib. Nice and neat. Good boy. Whoop. Concentrate, Papa.
Mommy.
So, because we're trying to get the better camera angle, it makes it more awkward for him. That's okay. Right.
Okay.
Back. Right. In.
And that bird.
Yes, that's one side.
Oh, Baba.
Oh, Baba.
Oh, Papa. Sleeves? Sleeves? Right. Head forward. Bib. Head. Way.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah, there you go. Nummy, nummy, nummy. So it's 11:15 AM at the moment. Bobs is currently napping. He'll probably be up soon though, because we've had 45 minutes already. So, and he normally only sleeps about an hour and a half if we're lucky. So yeah, gonna go in and read some more of my Hamilton book once I've done this bit of my vlog. So I'm really enjoying that book at the moment. It's so interesting. Like I said, I didn't really know much about the American Revolution. I know some things from like movies and stuff that that I've seen, but yeah, other than that I don't really know a great deal. So it's nice reading and learning something new really. So I've just done my exercises, like my conditioning that I do for my stomach muscles, like conditioning my TVAs, like how to hold them up and stuff, and make sure that I don't strain my stomach if I pick something heavy up. So like every time I lift Bobs, I have to make sure I'm trying to pull my muscles together at the same time. Like you consciously have to pull them together, otherwise you can make it worse, like the damage. So yeah, I try and do that every day. I'm meant to do it 3 times a day, but I only do it twice a day when Bobs is having his nap. What else? But yeah, a friend just sent me this thing about, because she knows I'm trying to lose a load of weight. I've roughly lost about 20 pounds in the last, about 3-4 months, I guess. But I still feel like I have another 20 pounds to go. Whether that's realistic or not, I don't know, in my post-baby body now. But I'd like to keep at it. And obviously the washing machine gets louder as I'm talking. Hopefully you can hear this. But yes, so I'm hoping to lose 20 pounds. I'm not dieting per se. I've come to hate the word diet. I've done so many diets over the years, and people keep like recommending for me to do keto, and while I know keto would be really good for me short term, I just don't think I could stick to it long term. I could, like, this thing that this friend sent me, it's all about, you have to think when you go on a diet, you have to think about if you you could keep to it for a year. It's fine keeping to something for a month, but then as soon as you get off it, you're just going to binge all the food that you denied yourself, and the weight goes back on again. And over the years, I've kind of realised that's what happened with me. Like, I tried the Atkins first, lost a load of weight on that, and then tried the Dukan, lost a load of weight on that. I think I lost even more on that. And the weight stayed off for longer because it was more of a routine thing. But again, it soon went out the window and I just put the weight back on again. So it's always been like all over the place. But now I'm actually trying to do the whole thing of actually eating realistically, but also eating healthy in the fact that it's actually sustainable and that I can actually keep at it as a lifestyle change rather than just doing it until I've lost the weight and then going back to eating normally. So yeah, so obviously it will take a bit longer to lose the weight, but it will then mean that the weight should stay off. That's my whole thought process anyway. So but yeah, obviously I'm doing running 3 times a week. On the days I'm not running, I'm walking. I'm trying to do 10,000 steps. But again, this thing that my friend sent me, it just says what I've read in pretty much every other thing. It says that if you want to lose weight, you have to do strength training. You can't just do cardio. And as well, what I've read as well, because where I'm running, in order to improve your running and to sort of lessen the risk of injury as well, you have to do strength training, because obviously you have to strengthen all those muscles you're using, like in your legs and your ankles and stuff, and also like your shoulders and your neck and things. So I know it's something that I have to do. It's just trying to get into the routine of doing it, because obviously like I said, I've just done my my core exercises that I do, which are they are tailor-made for people that have the problem that I do, which is diastasis recti. The only problem is I've been doing them for quite a few months now. I mean, I'm still on the beginner's side of things. The beginner's one is free, but also I think whenever I've been trying to do them in the past, like the last couple of months, I've not been doing it with the videos, and I think I need to do it with the videos just to make sure I'm doing it right. So for the last 2 months, I think I've been doing it with the videos, so I'm doing the work along videos. But again, I don't really think I'm noticing much of a difference because the exercises are so mild. I haven't stepped up into the more intermediate side of things. I don't really want to have to pay for it because I don't know, I can't guarantee that it's going to work. So for me, I think my way forward now is to lessen how many of these core exercises I do and replace when I will be doing them with some strength training. I bought some resistance bands. Like I've got like a set I bought on Amazon that are all different levels of resistance. So they're basically like as if you had dumbbells sort of thing. It would be the same sort of weight as like different levels of dumbbells. So what I need to do, this is my next step, I need to find a video that doesn't have any real sort of strenuous core strength training, so that I can basically train myself to hold that brace, like to hold my stomach muscles together as I'm doing all the strength training. Obviously if I start with really sort of high intensity exercises, I can cause myself a lot of damage, so I have to make sure I take it slowly. But that's kind of my thought process at the moment, is I need to find a video that's like about 15 minutes long, because that's how long I take doing these exercises at the moment. Yeah, I need to find something that's 15 minutes long, that while Bubs is napping I can just stand in front of the TV and do with my resistance bands. I know there's quite a few on YouTube that involve resistance bands, so it's just a matter of me finding one that I feel won't affect my stomach too much. And it's a bit of a grey area really, because there's obviously 3 reasons that I want to be able to do this strength training. 1, to help with my running. 2, to help me lose weight, but also to, like the third one is also to help me fix my stomach muscles, because like I said, I just don't think the core exercises I'm doing at the moment are helping. too strenuous because I'm just worried that I'm gonna hurt myself. So yeah, that's definitely my next goal at the moment. Hopefully I can then start Monday. And I think what the plan is, I'm going to do the strength training on the days that I'm not running. So I run Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays when I can. So if I do the strength training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, possibly Saturday, but then Saturday I'm doing a lot of editing and stuff on my channel. So Saturday tends to be the day I don't really do anything in terms of exercise. So yeah, and what I can do, like, because obviously I only need to do the strength training once a day. And Bob's goes down for 2 naps. So I'm thinking I can do the strength training on his morning nap and then do the core exercises on his evening nap, and just work around that and just see how it goes. Obviously, yeah, I still want to keep the core exercises in because obviously they'll obviously keep my memory fresh in terms of how to engage and like just make sure my muscles aren't, or that I'm engaging them correct and not causing myself any damage. So that's the current plan. Hopefully I haven't just spouted for the last 10 minutes and you couldn't hear me over the bloody washing machine. But yeah, I'm now going to go and read some more about Alexander Hamilton and the American Revolution because I find it highly interesting at the moment. And make the most of Bubs being asleep. Back out on our 6-kilometre walk, getting my 10,000 steps in. And oh my god, the weather is so much better than it's been the last few days. It's about 25 degrees. It's still a bit muggy, but nowhere near as bad as it's been. And it's really cloudy. I just keep expecting it to rain, but it's not been too bad. So, yeah, starting to feel the sweat. But at least it's like not as bad as when I get to the end of my driveway. Oh. So yeah, definitely much happier with this sort of temperature and this sort of weather. So thought I'd just give you a little shot of why I like to come here so much. It's where I do my running and also walking. So you can't see, but those green fields in the distance, there's actually a river between us and those fields, just over that those row of hedges. It's the River Thames, not Thames, Thames. But it's all along here. It's like ancient. There's been like people living here for millennia. It's really, really old around here. And then we have this really old church. I think the church is nearly 1,000 years old. Pretty sure it's like it was built in like 11 AD or something, 1100 AD. 1100 AD. Pretty sure it's Anglo-Saxon. So it will be even more than that then. So I think it's like 900 AD, so it could even be 1,000 years old. I know it's really old. I don't think, I don't know if the original church is still there, but the foundations of a church was there. There was a saint apparently that built a church along here somewhere to establish Christianity in this part of the country. I know, Baba, yeah. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a glimpse of why I love it here so much. Good evening. So it's just gone 9 o'clock on Friday night. Trying to put Bubs to bed. I've got a lovely blue glow on the side of my face from the computer because I'm just about to do some more editing. Trying to think. Yes, I did the walk, it was lovely. Bit muggy still, like I said in the video, but yeah, just so much nicer than what it's been. Like, I've barely been able to breathe when I've been walking around and stuff. And then having, like, horseflies trying to eat me alive. So yeah, so we did the walk, came back, put Bubs down for his nap. Read some more Hamilton. had dinner, had our my homemade tomato pasta with the vegan meatballs, and we finished off we got some garlic bread slices things when we got pizza last night, so we had that with our pasta. Bub's appetite has just been crazy lately, in terms of crazy, not as in like he's eating loads, in terms of it doesn't feel like he's eating enough. It's like he'll get to a certain point, he'll get like halfway through his meal, if that, and then just start playing with the food. Like he just is not interested in eating it, and it's just really frustrating and really worrying, because like I just worry about him losing weight and stuff, especially because he's so active as well. I mean, like pasta, he normally loves pasta, but it's getting to the point that he just eats the meatballs and he barely then touches the pasta. He like fills himself up on the meatballs. And like lunch as well, he's not really exactly eating a lot. He eats like about 3/4 of his cheese on toast and then again starts playing with it. Same with his bowl of strawberries, he'll only eat a couple before then he starts playing with it. So I'm hoping it's just like where he might be teething, because he's still got at least 2 of his back teeth left to come through. We know one has fully come through and one has started to poke through. So I have a feeling that, yeah, it's the other 2, and that might be why he's just not got an appetite. I mean, when he woke up this morning, because normally he wakes up, or a lot of the time he does wake up crying, like to get our attention. And like my husband goes in and gets him. And normally it's fine when you pick him up, but yeah, the last 2 mornings he's just been almost like inconsolable, and then all of a sudden like he'll just stop crying. So I don't know, yeah, if it's like his teeth are waking him up and causing him grief, maybe. I don't know. Because he's not really, but the thing is he's not really, because normally he touches his face or he's like sticks his finger in his mouth if he's teething, but he's not been doing anything like that. Although he has got a sore bum, and normally like that's a sign of him teething, or it might be a sign that he's just been eating a lot of acidic things, which could be the strawberries and tomatoes in the pasta. I just don't know. The whole problem with having babies, you just have to try and guess. You have to guess what's wrong and just like start cancelling out things that obviously aren't the right answer. But it seems like he's learned a new word. That's yes, although he says it as is. It's is. But because I was just saying the other day about the fact that I don't think he actually knows any words, or he hasn't said any words that have the S, like the letter S in it. So it was just, yeah, really funny how all of a sudden today he's just been going is. So it's really cute. Just as we went out for our walk, like our evening walk. He was just going, is. That was really sweet. And I think that was it for today. There's not been much. I've just been, because I've been so tired and just running around doing stuff. I keep forgetting to vlog. I need to get into a habit of making sure I take the camera with me. Like I've had to go downstairs twice to, first time to get the camera, but then I got distracted and forgot, and then I just had to go back down again to go and get it. So yeah, always the way. But so tomorrow's Saturday, so my day of editing, because I haven't got any videos to actually record other than obviously the vlogs. So yeah, tomorrow will be just a day of editing. I'm going to do some more editing now, try and get my second vlog up, and see how I get on with that. Try and get as much done of it tonight as I can, so then tomorrow I can hopefully get it finished, and then any time I have left I can then try and start editing, or get back to editing my Last of Us video, because I think I got halfway through. I think it was 2.5 hours, yeah, and I got halfway through, so I'm about just over an hour through. It's gonna take me ages. I have no time. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow when I'm pulling my hair out over editing. Yay! Good morning. Starting quite late today. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Hubby's just gone out with Bubs for their usual Saturday jaunt that they do, just to get them both out the house and to go and get some lunch and stuff, and gives me a bit of quiet time to just get on with a load of editing and normally recording, but because I finished Last of Us 2, I'm taking a little break from recording gaming for my channel. So yeah, because I'm just concentrating on getting these vlogs, sort of like getting into the routine of that, and also trying to finish my Last of Us review. I think once that goes up, then I'll start recording games again for the channel. Most likely the first Uncharted game. I'm itching to play again, but I've just got so much to do that I'm just kind of like, I need to get everything done before I start doing, or like playing other games. I need to stop procrastinating and actually get on with stuff. So yeah, Saturday is like my main editing day, just to get things done. We're seeing some friends tonight we haven't seen like since way before lockdown. I think they've been quite lonely as well, in terms of like they've not really seen a lot of people. So so yeah, it'll be nice to have a really good catch up. So yeah, looking forward to that. Bubs had a really bad night's sleep last night. Like, he was waking up constantly. I think it's still with his itchy feet, because my husband was saying whenever he went in there, like when he was crying and woke us up, whenever he went in there, he was kind of all like squished into like the corner of his cot. I think where he's like trying to itch the bottom of his foot on the blanket, and he's just like pushing himself up to the top of the bed. So and he woke up this morning as well, like really upset. Gave him a cuddle, and he stopped crying for a bit. Then he came into bed with us and like just sat there with us. But he started like crying and like itching his feet again. And I started scratching them for him until my arm ached because I was in a weird position. Stopped, and then he started crying until I started itching them again. So yeah, there's definitely something not right. Because it's definitely, it can't be the heat now, because his room was a lot cooler last night than it has been. I mean, it might still just be because the room is holding its heat, I don't know. Yeah, we're just not sure what it could be, because it's just something completely new. He never did this last year. So it could be a number of things. It could be teething, it could be a heat rash, it could be eczema, we just don't know. Do feel like I need to take him to the GP, but I don't know if they're really doing those sort of checks at the moment. It's so unclear on what's open, what you can do and what you can't in terms of that sort of stuff. So yeah, we just have to see. I'm going to try and use some of that steroid cream that we were given when we first went to see the GP when he was 3 months old, because that was meant to be really good for eczema. And yeah, and just see if like we can rub it into his feet every night and see if it helps with the itching. I did it once and it seemed to help a little, but again that was during the day, and he doesn't tend to itch during the day apart from when he's napping. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. Really make the most of the sunny weather in my parents still being in the country. So yeah. Okay, so it's just gone 10 o'clock at night. Had a lovely day. What have we actually done? I'm so tired. So I managed to get my vlog done for tomorrow, and I managed to, because it didn't take me too long actually, so I managed to finish that, get that uploaded to YouTube. I then managed to edit my previous Tomb Raider live stream, so I've now posted that on YouTube as well, because where it's a 2-hour video it can take quite a while to edit and then upload onto YouTube, but that's all done now, so that's all sorted. My husband's trying to put Bubs to bed, so I might try and work on the next vlog, just get that started, but I'm just so tired right now, I don't know if I can. We had some friends over that we haven't seen since, as we actually discussed with them, we haven't actually seen them since before Christmas. It's been that long. So so obviously normally we meet up every few months or so, even though we live around the corner from each other, we need to meet up more. Obviously when the pandemic's over, but yeah, they don't live very far from us, and we always tend to just leave it too long to meet up and catch up. So yes, obviously we haven't seen them since December as well because of the pandemic and lockdown and stuff, but they've hardly been going out themselves, so literally last minute I was just like, yeah, should we see if they're available, because we keep meaning to meet up with them, and yeah, they were available, so we just had a nice evening with them. Luckily Bubs was okay, even though he hasn't had a nap at all today. He's just been fighting all his naps, so I think the fact that it's very quiet next door says that he may have actually gone to sleep already. I'll have to see. But yep, he's pretty much always fallen asleep. So yeah, so yeah, I don't know if I can really be editing. I'm too tired. I've got like the stuff done that I wanted to get done. So tomorrow I'll probably do my second vlog, and if I can, I'll try and get some more done on my Last of Us review. I can see this just being something that just takes forever to get done. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it weren't too like short and sweet in terms of all the clips I've done. I tried to, well, there's nothing really been going on that I can really show you this week as far as I can remember. No. So but yeah, if you did enjoy the video, then please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on all my social media channels. Again, all the links are down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you all in my next video.